They seem to portray this lady in one of those typical stereotypes of a Russian woman, stating that she's after his money. No, you might celebrate your birthday in Bangalore. I'm going to drag this till you become old, and Natalie, that's the daughter, will never have money to enjoy her youth unless she finds a rich man like you did. For that, you know what she has to do.
It's all right.
Your Lordship may
No,
kindly
the
go to.
contention is both of you are separated in terms of the Russian law.
They asked for 2 crores
No,
maintenance
2 crores monthly maintenance,
and then
500 crores compensation.
For a person who is worth 20,000 crores, they're extremely powerful in Dubai.
what a wealthy man he is. He is going to give me so much of money
Alimony.
plus maintenance. The whole object of this is to extract money.
The dates are critical here. What they're trying to say is that my DV is an afterthought. In fact, it's quite the contrary. I have sent 2 legal notices before any of this transpired. One in November 2023, asking him to refrain from all his threats and asking him to even provide some kind of assistance in monetarily. Second, the moment that notice came, he doesn't reply. Instead, he calls and says, both your daughter and you will find yourself dead. Better agree to what I have stated. On 20th, I'm served. The DV that I filed was on 7/3. So I have filed the DV.
After the filing of the DV petition, this is filed.
No, this was filed probably earlier, but I have received notice
Notice,
of it
okay.
on 20th, whereas my DV was filed on 7th. But my legal notices were in the previous year in November, during which time they proceeded to file the MC petition, Your Lordship. So it's quite the contrary. Your Lordship, might I also request Your Lordship to kindly see page 63
Hmm.
of the writ petition, Your Lordship.
Yes.
This is what they've referred to, stating after the wedding in Russia in 2011, they straight away came here and registered under the Special Marriage Act.
Hmm.
Kindly see the photograph.
Hmm.
That itself reveals that there was a Hindu marriage.
Oh, and because he's wearing that. Okay.
That, and if it is a reception, they don't, Your Lordship. There's a difference in North Indian weddings. During the Bharat and the wedding is when they wear the peta and where the lady wears her head gear.
Hmm.
That is not there during a reception.
Hmm.
So as Your Lordship normally says, self-goal in certain matters, this is one of them. So there was a wedding. Subsequent to it, this was registered, and a wedding in Embassy School. Practically who's who of Bangalore were there. A very grand one to say. And
2011.
2014.
What is 11?
11 is in Russia, it was registered. Your Lordship, from 2008, both of them have been
So
together
2014, you get married here according to.
in India. And it is under
Where,
the
where is
special.
the certificate of registration of that marriage?
That marriage, they have produced, Your Lordship.
2014.
2014.
Ah,
Oh, there's no.
that is what I'm asking. No. The senior council said 2014 you get married here. You don't register that marriage here.
After the Indian wedding, this is the marriage registration.
Indian wedding happens when?
A few days before this, Your Lordship. This is 16th. This is registered on 24th of
Oh,
May
this is 14,
2014.
2014 itself. Correct.
Please.
You're right.
And they have a marriage about 16th.
All right.
16th of May.
The certificate
April-
is 2014 only.
Please,
Yes.
please.
This is of a marriage already solemnized.
No, that's all right.
And therefore, to state that that was the only wedding is untrue. This is the wedding that has taken place. Your Lordship, may I also kindly see page 72.
Yes.
Your Lordship, before that, page 63. Kindly see the witnesses. The hue and cry created last time, that I will come to.
Why witnesses what?
Necessary.
It is not unnecessary because this would be the entire crux of the matter, because we have to show that this mutual consent that they claim that was filed in India was not, Your Lordship. Kindly go to page 72.
No, what did you say about the witnesses?
Your Lordship, that would have a bearing on who filed this mutual consent case, even without her presence, Your Lordship.
My lord, if that is being.
Page
yes, my lord, I think
70.
it's a serious issue, my lord.
Page
Because
7.
if my learned friend is relying upon those paragraphs that I showed to your lordships about allegations made against counsel,
They
then
started
my
it.
lord, it's a serious issue.
They started it. I
But
want
I-
to
let me
respond.
be
If they
clear
don't
about
want
that
to
one,
go
my
into
lord.
it,
I
I will
Wait.
also stop.
Yes.
I will not go further if they don't want to push it further.
No,
but if
where have they gone against the council?
No, they have not. They all that they stated in their paragraphs is that that entire MC petition was concocted. It was filed when she was not there and later conveniently withdrawn. And your lordship, I'll take your lordship to page 72. Your lordship may kindly see. This is the MC petition in 2020. 17/6/2020, your lordship.
Yes.
Now, if your lordship turns to the next page, the verifying affidavit. 3/3/2020.
Hmm.
3/3/2020, she files her verifying affidavit, notarized before a notary, but it is filed on 17/6/2020, 3 months later.
Hmm.
Reason being, 3/3 is the date given, and this whole thing is registered and notarized in view of the fact that they calculate when she was in the country, and therefore this date is put. But when it was filed, it was actually 17/6.
3/3.
3/3 and 17/6. 3 months later, normally a verifying affidavit.
From 24/3, for 3 months, courts were closed. COVID.
True, that is what I'm coming to. So 2020, now they say, in view of the COVID period, we could not proceed with it. And
They've
she,
said so, is it?
your lordship may go to their petition. Well, I will.
All right, yes.
So what they claim now is that we filed an MC petition, but it was upon her insistence. He claims that it's respondent who insisted, let's go to the embassy in Dubai and let us register it there. And then they say there was an application filed here in this MC petition, mutual consent, asking to be advanced. Then they say they did not pursue it in view of COVID. And then they say later on, it was dismissed for non-prosecution 2 years later. Now, if they say that it was upon her insistence that the embassy was filed, she would have come and completed this.
So the crux of his submission is the divorce has not happened in accordance with law.
Absolutely.
So
And your
the DV petition is maintainable.
DV is maintainable. Now, for a minute, let's assume that they say that there was some such the marriage which I have to dispute. Whether the courts have clearly held that whether there's a subsisting marriage or even after a divorce, if a lady is still troubled by her husband, she is still entitled to. So as a worst case scenario also, I would still be entitled to maintain the domestic violence petition. Here is a matter where now they have read only paragraphs where it says that there was torture only in Dubai, nothing in India. She very clearly states that she caught him red-handed. This whole issue is only because of his infidelity, nothing else. And your lordship, if they seem to portray this lady in one of those typical stereotypes of a Russian woman, stating that she is after his money. No, she has filed a restitution. If there is a restitution, where is the question of any of this amount, your lordship? If he consents to that. I have not asked for any of that. We have filed the restitution. Now they claim that the restitution also was an afterthought. No, she filed her domestic violence. She's just asked him to refrain. But going by all the documents, it just seems to be a very toxic marriage, which is on and off. They seem to have a very good time. They seem to have a very bad face. In my sir, your lordship may kindly take.
All right.
Page 28. This is the most repulsive act of a person to state.
Page 28.
28.
Hmm.
You might celebrate your birthday in Bangalore. I'm going to drag this till you become old, and Natalie, that's the daughter, will never have money to enjoy her youth unless she finds a rich man like you did. For that, you know what she has to do.
That's all right. No.
And then she berates him, stating, how can
that's-
you call the daughter now?
Maintainability, but
Maintainability, your lordship, at continuously what she tells him is, you have left me with no money. Your lordship may
no,
kindly
the
go to
contention is both of you are separated in terms of the Russian law. The contention.
contention.
Contention is that you separated in terms of Russian law. The marriage also had taken place in terms of Russian law, and later on they registered here or whatever it is. And all the incidents that are now being narrated have all happened in Dubai, is what is said.
I shall
No,
introduce where,
that
please,
is all said.
please.
Now, that is why we'll just concentrate on the entertainability of the petition before the DB court. Not going, what is he, how
Page
is he, how
42.
much money he has.
Page 42.
That's all.
जैसा कि हमने पहले चर्चा की थी, यह वही मामला है जिसमें 2 करोड़ रुपए मासिक मेंटेनेंस या 500 करोड़ के मुआवजे की मांग सामने आई थी। आज कर्नाटका हाईकोर्ट में इस मामले में से एक नया पहलू सामने आया, जहां पत्नी की ओर से पेश वकील ने बताया कि महिला को लगातार प्रताड़ित किया जा रहा था और पति उस पर तलाक के कागजों पर हस्ताक्षर करने के लिए भारी दबाव बना रहा था। आरोप यह भी लगाया गया कि पति ने उसकी बेटी को लेकर धमकी दी कि अगर उसने उसकी बात नहीं मानी तो उसकी बेटी का वर्तमान और भविष्य आर्थिक रूप से असुरक्षित हो जाएगा और वह अपनी जिंदगी खुलकर नहीं जी पाएगी। इस तरह के आरोपों ने मामलों को और गंभीर बना दिया है और अब यह केवल मेंटेनेंस का मुद्दा नहीं बल्कि मानसिक उत्पीड़न का भी मामला बनता जा रहा है। फिलहाल के लिए बस इतना ही। इस मामले की अगली अपडेट हम जल्द लेकर आएंगे। धन्यवाद।